Now we're falling back, and I'm gonna drive off this foot, push over.
BJJ for breakfast.
Okay, still doing blue belt review. I'm gonna do a sweep for you guys. That's on the blue belt test. The hip bump sweep, very basic sweep, but I still use it a lot. And then for the more advanced move, for the more advanced guys, when that doesn't work, there's another sweep, follow-up sweep you can do called the 100%, and we'll do that one too. So first one is the hip bump sweep. Ideally, I want their hands on the mat. So what a lot of times will happen, especially with new people, is if you break them down and you really smother them into your chest, they'll use their hands, push up on the mat to posture up. Okay. So what I'm going to do is as I smother him and I'm breaking him down, I'm doing all these attacks. He doesn't like it. So he starts posturing up. I'm going to let him bring me up. Right. So as he comes up, I come all the way up to my hand, get my hips above his hips, or reach over the arm. So I'm all the way up on my hand. My hips need to be above his hips for this move to work. Notice I open my guard. Okay. So I open my guard. I put my feet on the mat. This arm comes over the shoulder, grabs the elbow or the tricep. Okay. Now I'm going to push off here and I'm going to kick over. I'm going to drop this leg and I'm going to tuck this arm underneath my body. Now we come up to mount, and now we're mounted, and now we're winning the fight. Okay. So let's say he's got his hands on our belly. Okay. We're going to prayer swim. So you push your hips up, bring your hands in, clear the hands, start smothering the head. He comes up, we come up with him. So look, I'm all the way on my hand. People try to do this move from the elbow. Much less effective, 50% less effective. Okay. You got to get your hips higher than their hips for this move to work. When I get all the way up to my hand, look how high I can get my hips. I'm breakdancing over here, right? That is what makes it effective. All right. This arm, make sure you're going over the shoulder, blocking the elbow and tricep. This leg drops down. This leg kicks over. And now we're in mount. So that's the hip bump sweep. Very basic sweep. Still effective though. I do it on high level guys all the time. It's just about the setup, okay, and the timing and the feel of it. Anytime you feel their energy going back, all right, anytime you feel their energy going back, that's when you want to come up with them, boom, and hit that puppy. They're already going back. They're going to help you with the move, okay? So let's say we do that now and it doesn't work because he decides to drive into me and push me back, okay? That's a very common thing. People that have been caught in that move, right? As I sit up, I go to hit it. He starts driving into me. I'm going to take this arm, okay? So whatever arm I was going to bring over to do the sweep, so the one that's not posted, I'm going to go elbow to the back of his head, hook under his own arm, okay? Gable grip, right? So I gable grip. I'm here. I'm getting his elbow flared. I want to pinch my elbow so his head doesn't escape, okay? Now we're falling back, and I'm going to drive off this foot and push over, okay? Now there's a little submission here if you want to crank their neck. Not legal in a lot of tournaments, but legal in some. But even if you don't do the neck crank, low and mount. Okay. Again, another variation is you could look to do a butterfly hook on that far side. Sorry, bud. Okay. I did it. So same thing. We go ball. He comes up. I come up with him. It's not working, right? He's on to me. So he's pushing back down into me. Swim. Okay. Tight. I want to pinch his head with my arm. Gable grip. If I can get this butterfly hook in here, okay, this is another variation. I could use that to help swing him over. Not necessary, but it's helpful. And then again, there's a submission here. If you want to do a little neck crank, if not, it still works for a sweep. This is called the 100%. I guess because it works 100% of the time. We break him down 100% of the time, 60% of the time, it works every time. He postures up. I go with it. I go to sleep. He starts body locking me and pushing me back down. Elbow to trap the head. Find the arm. Lock the hands. And I'm going to push off with this leg and bring his shoulder over. And then we kind of hip in and pull up on the shoulder if we want to do the neck crank. If not, we just come to mount. Okay. So do both those. If that is the first time seeing hip bump sweep, just do the hip bump sweep. Yeah. If you've done hip bump sweep before, then add the 100% on the end. Yeah. Let's run it. 1, 2, 3. What's up, guys? If you like that, please smash the like button, tap the subscribe button to support the channel, then let me know in the comments what you want to see next. Oh.